Emily Carr is an icon of modern art. Her work transcends borders, it transcends generations. In our painting, Masset Q.C.I, it is this vibrant reflection of an artist far ahead of her time. So this painting, it captures a vibrant memorial pole that once would have stood in Masset, Haida. Emily, she traveled up the coast of northern British Columbia in 1912, and that's a challenging trip to make now, let alone over 100 years ago, and she would have stood in front of this pole, and we can see why she would have captured it. It has a presence, it has stature, and she was able to capture this scale even on a canvas that's 16 by 13. It has a real presence. The pole itself, I find very interesting. It belonged to the Edenshaw family and stood in front of their house in Masset. It was the home of the great and legendary carver Charles Edenshaw, and Edenshaw himself would become a relative of household names Bill Reid, Robert Davidson, and Chief James Hart. Reid and Davidson continued using the grizzly bear in their art. In our painting, it serves as this unique tie between historical and contemporary Canadian art. So the subject matter of this painting is significant, but also is the style that she painted it in. In 1912, Emily had just returned from her time in France, and she was very influenced by the work and the vibrancy and the Fauvist colors of the post-impressionist. So she comes back from France with this new, fresh, pioneering vision, and she implies that to her own BC landscape that she loves so much.
The composition of Emily Carr's Masset Queen Charlotte Islands is incredible. There are a number of things I like about the painting. One thing I very much like about the painting is the way she signed, title, and dated the painting. It's very clear. I love paintings that are signed, title, and dated on the front. But her use of fauve colors, the bright colors, and looking at the painting when you see the green foliage in the front and the totem pole with the sort of coming out of the canvas and the house behind and the sky, it's just an incredible painting.
So Masset Q.C.I was painted in 1912, and flash forward over 100 years to 2024, it was rediscovered in a barn in the Hamptons of all places. So the finder purchased it for $50 US, and he didn't know the work of Emily Carr, but he knew this painting in front of him was something special. So he quickly contacted Heffel, and as soon as we saw images of this painting, we knew it was by the hand of Emily Carr, and we knew it was from an important period in her career. The next steps were to determine how this painting came to Long Island, and we are lucky with Emily Carr that we have access to her journals, which really allow us to peer over her shoulder for these really important moments in time, and these journals, they served to be a pretty important link. So there's actually a chapter about going to New York and visiting her friend, Nell Cozier. So Nell was a friend that she had in Victoria, and then Nell and her husband, they became caretakers of a large millionaire's estate, these are Emily's words, on Long Island, and they lived in a farmhouse on the property.
A monumental painting for a small gem-like painting. Using Fauvist, bright colors, Carr has really conveyed the energy that's emanating from these totem poles and First Nation villages up the coast of British Columbia.
This painting is one of 5 works by Carr in Heffel's upcoming Canadian Impressionist and Modern Art sale on November 20th in Toronto. The sale serves as a mini retrospective of her work, featuring Machosen and Deep Forest Path, 2 powerful vertical paintings from the mid to late 1930s. We also have an important painting entitled Old and New Forest, and we also have Skidegate, a watercolor from 1912. This painting, it's been on a true journey for over 100 years, and it's now returned to Canada, which makes it a true homecoming. Heffel's happy to be on the journey.